Glenn Youngkin decided to have a bit of a, not necessarily him himself, but at least his campaign had a back and forth with a 17-year-old who decided to expose a bit of the history about the background of the governor's mansion there and how a historian is kind of being nudged out. For whatever reasons we may not know, but he did post this. His name is Ethan Lynn. The historian tasked with teaching about slavery at the Virginia governor's mansion just resigned after finding the Youngkins converted her classroom into a family room and emptied her office. Shameful. So he pointed that out. And again, like I was pointing out, we're not sure the circumstances of why she got nudged out, but she was upset about it. And she's trying to figure, are they trying to not let me continue teaching about what's happened here? Considering we're hearing all this talk about no more critical race theory, whichever schools are teaching that. And what their decision of what critical race theory is that history, normal history of what happened. And if it had anything to do with oppressing anyone, we don't want to teach that. So in response to that, Team Youngkin put out this tweet. Here's a picture of Ethan with a man that had a blackface / KKK photo in his yearbook. Can you believe it? Can't listen to this guy stating facts or retweeting a simple thing that happened to a historian in the mansion. So as soon as that tweet was deleted, Youngkin then backtracked and decided to give the normal, what some people called an apology. Glenn Youngkin said, on Saturday night, an unauthorized tweet came from a campaign account. I regret that this happened and it shouldn't have. I have addressed it with my team. We must continue to work to bring Virginians together. There's so much more that unites us than divides us. Can you give us some specifics, Glenn? Because you keep talking in these normal political speak, but there's no details. What's uniting us that divides us? Besides you talking about which parents you're supporting and which parents you're gonna be speaking for. Starts with you.
I just love the idea of I'm not racist, you're racist. That's kind of an amazing retort there. And as it pertains to teaching the history of slavery, it's hard to understand why people are so averse to this, right? Like, I don't understand why we can't go, our ancestors made some mistakes. We're no longer making those mistakes. We've learned from them and we're doing way better than that. People mess up, they F up all the time. We're doing much better in this country now because we've learned from these mistakes. And I don't understand why, if you don't think of your ancestors as perfect angels, that you can't, feel good about yourself and your history. It's so weird.
It's very weird. I've said it before, like if your father was an abusive person, you can admit that and be a better person. It's okay. And by the way, they keep putting this out, hey, he was standing next to a guy who was dressed in Klan outfit and blackface. That ain't my father, it's not my uncle, I don't care. Yeah, Northam did some stuff back then. He's gone now. What does it have to do with me? Like there's this weird connection to your political heroes that you have to embody them. You can vote for someone and you find out something about them you don't like and acknowledge it. It's so weird how that works. You can't acknowledge that someone that you voted for did horrible things. Why not? And acknowledge it, move on. Maybe don't support them anymore, whatever reason. But it doesn't have to be a pushback to eliminate you from your own responsibility.